What's going on, guys? It's JSGC here, and it's really nice to be back in the Man City top, which means that the international break is kind of coming to an end. We're into the second week now, and there's not long to go, Blues. So, this Friday we'll have a preview up for the Everton game, and then we'll be back right into the thick of it with more games and more football videos. So I'm just going to take you through my schedule. So today, as titled in the video, I'm going to have a look at where Man City can improve their squad for the summer coming up in the transfer window for the summer of 2018. And then tomorrow I'm going to complete the loan report for Man City. So we've got, I think, 4 or 5 more players to look at. You can go and check out my previous video that I did. That's a Man City loan report. I've done out 3 parts already. They're already out, so you can go check them out if you're interested in how our players are performing out on loan all around Europe and in the UK too. And then on to Wednesday, we'll be looking one more video at England before we wrap things up and then head towards the World Cup once the season's done. And then we'll be back right in the thick of it. I'll be having a rumour video up on Thursday, which will be entertaining and informative, so do keep an eye out. And this is kind of like a latch on or second part of where this video is going, where I'm going to be looking at every single player that Man City have been linked with over the past month or two, and I'll be assessing, will they be joining Man City, what will they offer. So it was a nice general rumour video, and I know everyone likes transfer videos, so do keep an eye out for that one. And then Everton preview will be up on Friday, so keep an eye out for them daily content, daily football videos. So if you're interested, don't forget to press the red subscribe button and subscribe to my channel. And we're aiming for 400 subscribers, and we're very close. We should be hitting that in the coming days, so it means a lot to me if you could subscribe. But we're going to get on with this video. So where can Man City improve on? Some will argue nowhere, absolutely nowhere. This team is performing at peak levels at the moment. The team are looking fresh, young, quick, well gelled, very happy. All 11 are working well together. We've got a nice strength in depth there. Really, no weaknesses. Current League Cup champions, probably going to win the Premier League. We're going to see how far we can get in the Champions League too. So people argue you can't actually improve on this squad. I don't think that's the case. I think there's always areas where you can continuously improve your squad, get better season after season, mainly due to, I've seen so many times, particularly in the season after City have won the Premier League, the team doesn't really get that much better. Teams below us do get better, and they end up bridging that gap or even overtaking, and then they end up winning the Premier League. So you've always got to, once you get on top, stay on top. The way to do that is to not get complacent and to continuously improve the squad. So I'm going to look at some players and areas that we could improve on. Now, the first one I've notched up is goalkeeper. No, not Edison. I think Edison's world class. Edison will be our #1 next season. But Claudio Bravo. I'm more than happy to have Claudio Bravo as our backup goalkeeper, our #2. However, last summer he was strongly linked with a move to Napoli in Italy. This summer is again getting strongly linked with a move to Napoli. So it's got me thinking we might need a new #2. Who are we going to have as our new #2? We're going to have Reina as a straight swap from Napoli. That was linked last year. That's a possibility. We're forever always getting linked with Rulli, which I'm not sure if we have a buyback clause anymore on Rulli over in Spain. Also, we could end up promoting Angus Gunn, who has done absolute business at Norwich this season. If you want to go check out his progress, check out my part 2, I think it is, of my loan report, and I've discussed how Angus Gunn has really improved, and he's got himself England under-21's goalkeeper, and he's even come knocking on the door for the England squad themselves. So could we see him return and come as Man City's #2? Interesting, and it moves us nicely, Gunn, because he is a youngster, onto just that, youngsters. Now, we've obviously seen Brahim Diaz and Phil Foden be promoted to the squad this season. We've had Adara Bioyo training in and around too. We've also had a couple of other players too that haven't really featured. And so I've been looking at, maybe we could see a couple more youngsters. So it's not just Gunn that could be on the verges of the City squad if Bravo leaves, but also Pablo Maffeo. He's over on loan in Girona in Spain. He's a right back and will provide good competitive competition for Kyle Walker at right back. Now, Kyle Walker will need rest, so there's obviously amount of game time there. It does put into question what's going to happen with Danilo. Are we going to get rid of Danilo? I'm not too sure. But what it could do, because I know Man City have been linked with left backs, we've been linked with players like Bertrand, Alaba and that, which I'll get to. But I'm not too sure we're going to be signing a left back. I've not seen any reports anywhere saying, oh, we're going to be signing a left back this summer, so I'm not too sure that's going to be happening. With Mendy being injured throughout most of this season, we don't really know what his capabilities are until we see him return back to first team action and how fit he is. He picks up another long-lasting injury, and all of a sudden we're very short on left back, and we're stuck with Delph and Zinchenko, which are two options. And if we had Maffeo promoted to the Man City first team squad, then Danilo becomes like a left back option too. We could see Maffeo at left back, but I'm not too sure I'd chuck in him at left back. But Pep likes chucking in players like Zinchenko, who can't play there at left back. So again, versatile players, and it's another youngster promoted, and it looks very good for Man City then. Instead of having 2 or 3 youngsters, we end up having 4 or 5, which is fantastic. Always going to be looking towards that. But if we do end up signing a left back, then I was looking, Ryan Bertrand, he's not had the most impressive seasons at Southampton, so I'm not too sure we'd go there. If we wanted to go down the homegrown status, though, we could drop down to the Championship, look at Fulham's Ryan Sessegnon. He's only young. He's a left winger, left wing back, and a left back, and play all along that left wing. He's a fantastic young English prospect, and he's, I imagine he'd probably be available for £20 to £30 million, which sounds like a lot for a young player from the Championship, but he is a very good player and will provide good competitive competition all down the left wing. He's versatile, he's young, and fits into the Pep regime. He'd be perfect signing. And another player also is Alba and Jordi Alba of Barcelona. Them two players, whilst Alaba very likes to go into the centre of Bayern Munich, he can play defensive midfield and central midfield as well as being an excellent left back. Jordi Alba, he kind of just bombs up and down on the left wing, a little bit like Mendy does. So there are 2 other options that we could consider, but I'm not too sure we're going to go down them lines, mainly because I don't think Pep likes signing players from his former clubs. So I don't think we'll be signing any players from Bayern Munich, and I don't think we'll be signing any players from Barcelona. I think he likes to leave his legacy there. He doesn't really want to touch them. He doesn't want to say, oh, I always sign the same type of player or the same player to help improve my squad. He likes to try and sign other players and turn them into his style of player to make them fulfill their potential. So Ryan Sessegnon, I'd say, is our most likely option there, and I'd love to see us sign him. It'd be a good sign in my opinion. So a left winger is a possible option, promoting youngsters is another. Now, speaking of left wingers, we're looking a little bit slacking, in my opinion, for Leroy Sané. We saw Raheem Sterling go over to left wing when Leroy Sané was injured. He didn't look anywhere near as effective as what he did on the right wing. Now, he used to play left wing, Raheem Sterling, but he's come so accustomed to the right wing that it's left as a winger short if Sané does get injured. Went after Alexis Sanchez in the summer, that didn't materialise, so we've been linked with quite a few wingers this summer. Now, in January, we came this close to signing Riyad Mahrez. It didn't happen. We could go back for him in the summer. That is definitely one option. I'm 100% certain we'll be signing someone for the left wing. Could it be Sessegnon? Could it be Mahrez? Could it be Leon Bailey even? Who knows? It could be Neymar that we've been linked with. It cost a lot of money, so I'm not too sure we're going to go down that route. But I think we'll be signing maybe 2 or 3 players this summer, and I think a winger will definitely be one of them. And another position is certain is defensive midfield. Fernandinho, there isn't a lot of cover for Fernandinho, so we've been looking at possible long-term replacement for Fernandinho or players that could play as a rotated option. Now, one move that would make sense would be Fred, but apparently Man City's cooled their interest. Manchester United are very interested in Fred, so we could see something, maybe we've missed out on him, I really do not know, but Man City have apparently cooled their interest. I'm not too sure why. I think we're looking at other options, so we could see Weigl maybe at Borussia Dortmund. I really do not know. Another name we've been linked with is Emre Can of Liverpool. He'd come available on a free, because I don't think he's going to be signing a new contract at Liverpool, and if we could get him on a free contract, that would then free us up a lot of money to maybe go and sign a big named signing, possibly Neymar. I do not know. Let me know what you think in the comments. Another player that we've been linked with strongly are centre-back, and Vincent Kompany has come into question before, but with him improving his fitness and improving his form, I'm not too sure we're going to be looking at any centre-backs. We were bringing in Laporte from Bilbao. I'm not too sure a centre-back we'll be looking at, but if Vincent Kompany ends up picking up more injuries or wants to move elsewhere, which is extremely unlikely, we'll be looking at another centre-back. So that's quite interesting. I don't think that'll be happening this summer. That's possibly something to look out for in a future window, maybe in a year or two's time. And lastly, Are we going to be signing a new striker? Now, we know Gabriel Jesus has just come back from injury, so we'll only play really that we've got up front is Sergio Aguero. Sergio Aguero this week has come out and said he's at Man City until 2020. His contract's up in 2020. He will leave in 2020 to head back home to go to Independent or Independente, I have no idea how you pronounce their name, in Argentina. So we may well see Sergio Aguero leave in 2020. So you might be thinking, Jason, why are you mentioning Sergio Aguero if he's not leaving until 2020? Well, Sergio Aguero has been linked with moves here, there and everywhere around Europe. Atletico Madrid for a return, Real Madrid, PSG, he's been linked with them clubs. Man City might be thinking of one final payday for Sergio Aguero. While we won't get the amount of money that players like Lukaku could bring in, the 90 million, £100 million players, Sergio Aguero is aging, and unfortunately his contract is up in a couple of seasons. So realistically, what would you think would be a reasonable amount of money? Would we be looking at 50, 60, 70 million pounds? I don't know. But these clubs that I just named, they do have that money, and they could see him as a 2-3 year option for them. So that is a possibility that he could leave. Who would we end up signing? We'll be looking for more versatile players, just like Jesus, who's someone who can play then drop back. We'll be looking at someone like Griezmann, maybe. We'll be looking at Dybala. These are players that come with hefty price tags. If we do end up signing Emre Can, though, that frees up this money. Do you see where we're going? I'm expecting 2 or 3 signings come the summer, so it'll be interesting to see where we go. So I think we can all agree a winger, a defensive midfielder, possibly one more option if any players do decide to leave, and hopefully a couple of youngsters promoted. If not, maybe a left back. So let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to leave a big thumbs up on the video if you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe, as mentioned already. You can check out my social media links there in the description below. You can check out my second channel and my brother's Mixology channel, which is a partnership with my channel. I'll leave them links at the end of the video. You just click on their face and name. You'll be able to like and subscribe over on their channels. That means the world to me. Don't forget to subscribe here, like mentioned. We'll aiming for 400 subscribers. Hopefully we can hit it today. So I'll see you all tomorrow for another footballing video. So it's been JSGC. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace. Ciao for now.